morning. I'm Jamie Green, and I'm going to do a little video on how I make coffee every morning. And this is one of my little boys. Say hi, Nolan. Go say good morning. And Kira's over there doing a little baby freeze in the background. It's Saturday morning, and normally on Sundays my husband goes running with his friend Jeff. You want some water? Okay. But this morning they went instead because tomorrow's my birthday. So happy birthday to me. Yay! So I'm just going to get my little boy a cup of water really fast. So I decided I'm going to do a little series on how I make coffee, or all the ways I've made coffee in the past, and my favorite way I'm going to start. Here you go, bud. I'm going to start with now. So this is, this here is my pour over coffee. Hi. And it's in my Hong Kong Starbucks mug. And I don't know if you can tell, but up there, whoops, is some of my Starbucks mug collection that I've traveled around the world to collect. There's only one mug that I own from Starbucks that I never went to and personally picked out for myself. The first one was Waikiki. A friend of mine knew that I traveled the world and collected Starbucks mugs, and so she brought one back for me as a gift, and it was really nice of her. I've lost one Starbucks mug, and that was my Tokyo mug, which I'm really sad about. I might just have to go back to Japan and someday in life and get another Tokyo Starbucks mug, but I had a roommate and she accidentally dropped it and it broke. But that's okay. So in my previous life, before being a stay-at-home mom, I worked at Boeing for about 10.5 years, and I actually quit Boeing on my last day at Boeing was on April 8th, 2010. Is that right? Yes, 2010. It's when I, oh, you have a Band-Aid? Oh, that's fine. A sticker. He's got a sticker. Let me show you. A sticker. Let's see your sticker.
When are we going to Auntie Bethany's house?
Not today. We're going to her party tonight. So I used to work at Boeing, and then I met my husband. We got engaged, and I quit my job and celebrated my birthday all on the same day at Boeing, and then 2 days later packed up the U-Haul truck and drove to San Francisco. And now we live just north of the bridge in a little town called Novato, and we love it. And this is Kian. Can you say hi to Kian?
Hello.
Say hi. These are my 3 kids. Oh, and there's Kira. Kira's learning to walk. And we should do a little walking. Oh, here, look, see? Guys, she's walking. Oh, almost. Okay, grab one and go. That's a really big one, Kira. Here, maybe you can have this one. That one's a Kira-sized one. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, here's one more for you, sweetie. Here. There you go. There, look, there you go. So anyways, sorry that was a little on the long side of a pause about what I'm doing with my coffee and who I am, but yeah, so my husband and I have differences in how coffee should be made. If you haven't tried Dave's Killer Bread, it's pretty good. We get it at Costco. And if you don't have a soda stream, get one. It's pretty awesome too. But he likes to make coffee in the old percolator, or Mr. Coffee. But I like to make mine with a hot pot and pour over. Because it's just, I've been doing this, I think, I want to say at least 15 years. And it makes the best fresh coffee ever. And if you go to Starbucks, they're going to do a they charge a premium for pour over coffee rather than the drip coffee. But all you do, I do about 15 ounces of water to a fourth of a cup of coffee grounds. And then you pour it in. See, you just pour it in. And then you just let it drip. And it's great because if you go to Costco, you can get these. So you can get these filter things. What happened? Oh, well then tell them not to do that. The joys of 3 kids. It's a lot of fun at my house. You can get like, I want to say 400 filters. 400 filters. I'm telling them to be quiet. 400 filters for like $4. Okay, sorry. So anyways, you just let it drip. Pour over. And you add a little bit more. In fact, my neighbor in San Francisco, he opened up like this high-end audio shop in San Francisco, and he introduced Blue Bottle coffee in his store so that his customers could have the ultimate listening experience with the high-end audio and having Blue Bottle coffee. And if anybody if you haven't heard about Blue Bottle coffee, they specialize in pour over coffee, and there's an art to it actually, because you're supposed to use like these little kettles that have these really fancy necks, and it's supposed to gently pour the boiling water, or not even boiling. I think the water is supposed to be like 190 to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. But there's this art to pour over coffee. And I used to have this really awesome, I think it was a Cuisinart hot kettle, and it had different temperatures that you could pick for like Oolong Tea, because Oolong Tea is a very delicate tea, and you're supposed to use only 160 degrees, I believe. Oolong and green tea. You're not supposed to use boiling water with green tea, just in case you wanted to know that, because it damages the tea leaf. But so anyways, I had gone over to the Blue Bottle store or warehouse over in Oakland with him, and I learned all this stuff about how you're supposed to make pour over coffee. And I was a barista at Starbucks when I was 19 years old before I started at Boeing, and learned a lot, and I really learned to love coffee. And there's a bunch of different ways, and I'll talk about that in different videos. Yeah, so and Blue Bottle also roasts their own coffee. So that's the other thing. That's where we went to, where they roasted the coffee. But this is my pour over, and it's just a delicious cup of coffee. And I used to put sugar in it, but now I just put milk. So I'm going to put my milk in, my coffee, and I'm going to have a piece of biscotti, and then I'm going to enjoy my morning with my kids. I had to take a little brief pause because they were hitting and hurting each other earlier. So, coffee. Sometimes I put cinnamon in my coffee. Sometimes that's good. And I know sometimes people put like pumpkin spice into their coffee. But cheers to a good morning and happy early birthday to me. Okay, so now that it's brewed, let's have a little drink. Sip. Here it goes. That's good. That's how I like to start my mornings off. And sometimes with school drop-offs, I don't get to have coffee until 9 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty late for me, but it's okay because I like to sit down and enjoy my cup of coffee. But be on the lookout for some more videos on the different ways you can prepare coffee at home. All right, have a great Saturday. Take care. Bye.